Welcome to What Was She Thinking, the podcast where we watch movies and TV series a little deeper. We talk about stories, choices, culture, and the moments that make you pause and ask, what was she thinking?
And that means in this show, we are asking the character, the director, and ourselves to consider our thoughts, prompt actions, and ultimately one's experiences in life. Today, we are reviewing the TV series Ride or Die on Prime, Amazon Prime, starring Octavia Spencer as Debbie, Hannah Waddingham as Judith or Whiptail, Bill, is it Nye, as the director, Colin Lynch as Sam, and Savannah Steen as Queenie. These are just a few of the great characters in this show. This is not just a TV recap. This is a conversation about mindset, motivation, and the choices that shape women's lives. Hello, I am Charla.
And I am Kim, and welcome to What Was She Thinking?
Hey, Kim. How you, girl?
Hey, girl, hey. How you?
Fine. How you doing?
Getting ready for the new school year, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and then I need to wash my hair. It's quite dirty, but so my space puffs are still
They're cute.
there. But listen here, the hair needs to be washed.
I did mine yesterday
Oh,
when I missed the initial recording because I was like, "Oh, I got time."
okay.
Trying out my TikTok recommendations. That APHOGEE
Oh,
for like
mhm,
protein treatment.
yeah.
I was like, let me try this, and then I used to do a lot of like natural like hair care, like Talia
Mhm,
Wajid stuff or whatever. For like, skin, what's
mhm,
touching my skin or whatever.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
Then I was like, well, when I go get my hair done, I don't care what they use. I mean, they just they just use whatever. So I
mhm.
try to find a balance. But anyway, so I saw people were like talking about design essentials is good. And I saw like even like hairdressers in the comments was like, oh yeah, I use design essentials. So I found some. So I was testing out those two things and I was like, she feels rather soft today.
Really? Okay.
I
Yeah. Okay.
I did the design essentials like a lavender or agave or something. It was a cute little lavender, whatever bottle. And then I did the AphoG two-step protein treatment, if anybody
Mhm.
cares. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but design essentials and the effigy been around for a minute.
They've been around for a minute. And that's why
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm
Mhm,
gonna trust the hairdressers in the comments. They was like,
mhm,
I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna stick
mhm,
by them too.
mhm,
Um, So yeah, so I tried them out and I felt like she felt a little different. It did take longer to like
mhm.
condition and whatnot or whatever, but we'll see. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get Lord.
I well, I was Shea Moisture. My hair is picky. Like they
Mhm,
like my hair likes consistency. So
mhm,
I try to stick with the same product. So I've been using Shea Moisture and As I Am. And I love the way As I Am makes my hair because I'll do a Shea Moisture deep moisturizing mask like
mhm,
when I wash my hair because I don't wash it every 2 weeks. I try to
mhm,
wash it like maybe once a month because
mhm,
I don't like washing my hair no more.
mhm,
And so um I'm switching. I'm kind of transitioning to using everything As I Am because I like the way
mhm,
it makes my hair feel after I
mhm,
wash and condition it, and detangle it. And so, because my curl patterns have changed, um,
mhm. You
and they're
mean
not as tight
as
as they
you
were.
age? You mean as you gotten
No,
older?
they changed. So I went through a few months. The winter months, I was doing blowouts.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean
So
since you like had putting heat on it?
since I went through that transition, well, was doing blowouts during the winter because if y'all don't know, I sweat in my hair real bad, and so
Mhm,
I can't do like a blowout in the summer months
mhm.
because so
You'd be like, it'll be a
my
fro.
curl pattern has become very looser. Like
Mhm.
usually I'm a 4B,
Yeah.
4C girl, tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I look like I work on somebody's car when I
Mm-hmm.
wash my hair. That's how. But
Like mine, yeah, mine do this.
listen here. But it has changed since and then I had my hair blown out, then I had the braids, and then I went back to natural. And then so I noticed that my curls are more looser. They're not
Mm-hmm.
as tight. And I kind of like the new curl pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a learning game. You got to find out what your hair likes, what your
Oh
hair
my
don't like.
gosh,
And
it's
I
so
mean,
much.
isn't it though?
It's so much, and you could buy all of these products, and then you be like, "That make my hair flake." That don't.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
It's about, but you know what? I really like this lady. I don't know if I follow her. I watch her. I don't know because I be trying to work with the algorithm or whatever. But
Mhm.
I like her stuff or whatever because I want to give her credit. But anyway, you know how I am about algorithms. So anyway, but she came across because I wasn't really on Instagram for a minute, but I went back on Instagram and they started just giving me this stuff. And some of this stuff was like cooking stuff and hair stuff. And so I came
Mhm.
across this black lady who does a lot of that's all she does is like natural hair. And I'm like,
Mhm.
she would have been, and she ain't braiding. Okay. That for a moment, right? Because I was like, if she was around when I was a little girl, I don't even think I would have got my hair pressed. So
Is
she
is
is,
she is she in South Carolina?
I don't think she's in
Oh,
South
okay.
Carolina. I
Okay.
think she's up north somewhere. But all she does is find your natural curl pattern.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So she know what product to put in there. She don't
Mhm.
slap all that stuff in there. And then she'll diffuse it. And I mean, from like loose curl patterns to the tight curl patterns. I've seen her bring out people. She
Yeah.
motivated me. That was one of the reasons. So I
Mhm.
went out and got me that doggone brush thing she be using, Kim.
Mhm.
I tried to
Mhm.
fuse Miel, but it didn't bring out my curl pattern like I've seen her with people with tighter curl patterns. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, now I got to go through 50, 11 products to find it. Cause she obviously knows. But what I'm saying, like I feel like she would have been a game changer back in the day because I've seen her do consultations and do hairdos for like um little girls who
Yeah.
are like
Mhm.
mixed.
Mhm.
And they'll be like, I hate my hair. And they might have that valley girl talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Be real. And cause I was bused when I went to high school to a majority white school. So that's why mom
Mhm.
my mom was like, you come back talking like no valley girls. And I'm like, well, that's what shit. That's why I go to school.
Yeah.
That's why I go to
You sent you sent me there. What you want me to do?
So I know how it happens, and
Mhm.
I had to coach my own kids through knowing how to code switch and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if all of the white mamas have access to code switching and can teach their kids. So some of them they are just around. I think all of these white girls and their hair is all stringy and whatnot, and down there to their shoulders or whatnot, and they want the same thing because that's what
Mhm.
all the black girl. But I think as a little black girl growing up with a mama who knows how to braid and stuff and no beads and stuff, we learn how to love our hair in different
Mhm. Mhm.
ways, even though we may not be bringing out our natural curl pattern. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
they are just in there like, I don't like my hair. I don't like when it. And she like, girl, it's gonna puff. That's what your hair do.
Yeah.
She always be like, I can't help you with that. I cannot help you with not getting to grow. It's going to expand.
Mhm.
That's what your hair is
Mhm.
designed to
Mhm.
do. But I can help
Mhm.
you learn to love it,
Yeah.
and I can help you bring out your curl pattern. And I was like, oh, that
Mhm.
would have been a game
Yeah.
changer back in the day to say you went to Miss So and So and she and how
Mhm.
curly is your
Mhm.
curls?
Mhm.
How defined is your curls? And what you got teased on is if you
Mhm.
was frizzy. That was it.
Listen here, girl.
That would have
Listen
been a
here.
game changer, Kim. But anyway, so I get you though. Doing the hair is a lot. I do mine. I have to wash mine more because I go and work out and stuff, and it gets like
Mhm.
really sweaty, my scalp and stuff, and I'll be like, oh my god, my
Right.
scalp is stinking. I gotta do something about this, girl. You
It's
can't be
it's it's like my thing is like, because you got to go through like the stretching period. So, like once you get it like right to the point, like for me, when it's like really like big and it's like
Yeah.
big hair don't care,
Perfect.
and
Uh-huh.
it's so like filthy dirty, and you got to wash it again, and you got to go through the process all
Start
over
over.
again, stretch your hair to get it to the point where it's like, oh, ooh, it's big the way I like it to be.
Mhm.
Um, and it's so dirty now because
Mhm.
I put some oil in it.
Product
I
on it.
tried
Yeah.
to, yeah.
The life, yeah. Mhm.
I'm like, it just be too much. Sometimes I'll be like,
Bit too much
man,
sometimes,
so
yeah. But anyway, so we looked at Ride or Die. We like
right,
I saw the
right.
trailer and I was like, "Oh, this looks good. This looks like this could be interesting."
Mhm,
And
buddy flick. Okay, little
a
buddy
little buddy
flick.
flick.
Females. So we got females in the lead. Two female leads.
Mhm.
And yeah, want to see what this is about. I love some Octavia Spencer. Hannah Waddingham. I've seen her in some things, but I don't really like remember her. So Whiptail and Debbie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she's in I've seen her in Ted Lasso. Yeah, have you ever seen it?
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
She's good in
I
that. I like her
haven't
in that.
I've seen Ted Lasso, but I don't remember her.
And you know who else she reminds me of?
Bridget Nielsen.
Who? Bridget. Oh, I didn't think of that.
You didn't get that from her? I got that from her. Who did you think reminded you of? Who did she remind you of?
You know what? And the only reason I thought about it is because I just saw. Let me look up Bridget. You said Bridget Nielsen. Let me
Hmm.
look up her again. Let me see.
The
Is she a model?
mhm. And she
Oh yeah, I was thinking about somebody else. Okay. Yeah. She is giving that. But they're supposed to be doing a remake of the Thomas Crown Affair with
oh
Michael
yeah.
B. Jordan.
Hmm.
I love that original. You ever seen that original? With
Yeah, but I don't remember it with Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan and the lady
Mhm.
in that her blowout Kim in that movie. She was an old Kim. She was a lady of a certain age as well, and she carried it well in that movie. I thought they casted her perfectly, and she reminds me of this lady. Like they age
Mhm.
very well. The hairstyle is very nice. Blowout,
Mhm.
coif, just nice.
Honey.
They just give it. It's giving the same energy for me. So that's what
Mhm.
she reminded me of. And then yeah, I like Octavia, but Octavia, it's like being typecast. Once I've
Mhm.
seen her in or once I saw her in what's the Maid movie?
The Help.
The Help. Because there's a
Mhm.
scene of when she gets carried off in this ride or die. She get that pocketbook on her arm like this, and all I can think about is her and that help. It was giving the help for me. I was like, "Oh, visual. I can't. Let me get it out of my head because she is fierce. She is
Mhm.
she is a
Mhm.
fierce
Mhm.
fighter in
Mhm.
this movie." So there was some things that were I don't know.
That pulled you out and pulled you maybe
Is it
in,
believability?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think with her, because I've seen her in so many different types of films.
Hmm.
She was when she was in early on, she played in Dinner for Schmucks. You ever seen that
I
movie?
didn't see that one.
Completely horrible. It's not the best. But she was I think she spoke to animals. She could translate
Oh,
animals or whatever like that.
did she
Whatever.
have like? Did she have a two jobs in that movie? Like, did she serve as something in the town? Or maybe that was a different movie. Maybe
Mm-mm.
that. Okay.
No, this was a complete ridiculous movie. It
Okay.
yeah.
Was that with not Adam Sandler? I'm trying to think of
Mm-mm.
the guy.
It was with
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd and the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. That's what I was thinking about. Black hair. Hmm.
Yeah. And so and they were just she was a very weird character. I don't know if she could talk to the dead or she could talk to animals. I can't remember what her but when I saw her in that and then to see her evolution into some of her other characters, I'm like, okay.
She
I
is
see the growth.
winning.
I
She
see the
is
growth.
winning.
Listen here,
Yeah.
girl. I see the growth, honey.
She is winning.
So, but yeah, I feel that with you. I can get that. I'm into that. So I was excited to watch it. I did want to watch it, but when I started watching it, I felt like I've seen it before. Like I felt like
Mm,
I've seen it before, like the buddy comedy,
yeah.
the conservative friend, the friend,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then the other friend, the bestie that has a secret, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't exactly live the life that we knew the friend to live, right?
Mhm.
It reminded me of True Lives. It reminded me of oh gosh, the one that was on with Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry. They were in and found out that she was a spy or a double agent or something like that. And then it gave that same feel once I got into it, and then
That's
so
true.
it kind of pulled me out a little bit, and I kind
Mhm.
of lost some interest. But
Mhm.
overall, it was a good watch.
Mhm.
It
But
was
not maybe you wouldn't. It may not be your favorite when it's
no,
all after we watch it or
right,
after we finish, because we're gonna do the first 4 episodes. Like we've been
yeah,
trying out this format, so we're gonna do the
hmm,
first 4. So this might not be one you place on your list of favorites. This might be a
right,
one watch and done.
right.
Okay.
And then for some reason I got confused at first because at first I thought it was a movie.
I thought it
And then
was too.
and then I realized it was a series. I was like, man, this is a
Yeah.
series. I just
And
wanted to
some
watch
parts of me feel
it.
like it could have been a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to watch it and then
Yeah.
be done.
Me
Like,
too. I had
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thought. Yeah.
So I guess that was a little bit of like I kind of went into it already like, oh man, I gotta watch like episodes.
Yeah. This ain't an hour and a half, 2 hours. This
Yeah,
8 hours.
I just wanted to watch the movie. I thought it was a movie. Like,
Cause I've read that they were like, if they approve of season 2, y'all need a season 2? But
and
someone go ahead.
oh gosh, we get so much. Some of the stuff needs to just be a movie. It doesn't need to be
8 episodes.
8 episodes. And this is coming from like, and literally like sometimes for some series, 8 is not enough.
Yeah.
8 episodes is not enough. And we are long gone from a 22 episode season or a 23 episode season.
Yeah.
Like we are long gone from that.
Mhm.
Um, I remember back in the day when I used to watch Murder She Wrote. Murder She Wrote used to have like 25 episodes
Mhm.
in one season.
Writers writing for
Yeah.
days, honey. They book for days. Now you get 8,
Now
maybe
you get 8
10,
and maybe 10. There you go.
maybe
And
10.
maybe 10.
Yeah, because I'm on Little House on the Prairie hard right now, and they yeah, and they'll have season 2, episode 13, episode 15, episode
Mhm.
yeah, they go long. They go
Go,
long.
yeah, they went back in the day. They went long, and
Mhm.
you got good quality shows.
You got good quality
You
shows.
it wasn't like robbery to watch 22 episodes or
A lot of like
15, 17 episodes.
a lot of tricks because it's like if you got a
Mhm.
good storyline, I don't need a whole bunch of car chases
Yeah,
and shoot 'em ups and fights and stuff.
yeah,
Actually, at a certain point, it gets boring to me unless you're that type of person. I guess maybe
hmm,
some people they really
hmm,
go for that, but after a while, it gets kind of repetitive or whatever. But
hmm,
so anyway, all right. So
yeah,
I was kind of the same. Like, all right, and I did see someone online say that it was maybe reminiscent of Thelma and Louise. I could kind of see
hmm,
that, but I think more like True Lies, like you said. I think it's more given that.
hmm, hmm,
Um, yeah, and the bestie is up to something you don't know about. But this one takes
yeah,
it to a whole nother level because I'd have been like, girl, we can't hang. You doing two. You out here snipers.
hmm, yeah. Or like like Central Intelligence. That was the other one I was thinking about with Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, You taking me on this whole goddamn adventure. Listen here, I ain't trying to get into no
I ain't
espionage.
trying to get,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to
Let
be.
me out this car.
Listen here, we were just talking about that when we were talking about Dutton Ranch. Like, listen here, I'm not your girl. I'm not that girl.
I don't know who you thought I was, but it's not me. So this is where
I'm
I
not.
get off.
Yeah, I don't do all those illegals. Illegals, mm-mm. I don't do too much illegal things. Listen here,
You know, Kim, yeah. I might do a little, maybe I might
mm,
dabble, put my toe in, I'm
yeah,
going over the speed
mhm,
limit.
yeah.
You know,
5 miles, 5 miles over, 5 miles over. Okay, 5 miles over. Okay. And
but
if I'm trying to keep up with the flow of
I'm
traffic,
not
you
stopping
may
and
catch me at
killing.
an 8 or 9,
Yeah.
but I'm no more than 10.
Mm-mm.
Okay, for sure.
No
But
robbing and killing. You can count
but
me out
you
on
putting
that.
me in whole fight sequence and espionage, and we got to figure out what's the secret and what happened and who did who. Mm-mm. This is a little bit too much for
Kim,
me.
that's what I was like. Like, do you a ride or die? Well, do you have? Because I'm like, do I have? I feel like, yeah, ride or die in the sense that if I called and said, I need you to ride out with me to go check something out, yes. But
Mhm.
if I were to say, come help me bury the body, I'm not
Mhm.
helping you. I'm not.
And if you know me,
You're not
you would
calling.
never call me to ask me to do things like that. Like Charlotte, I am here for you.
Yeah,
Okay?
on the
Here
phone
for
talking.
you. If
Girl,
you
it's gonna be
need me,
okay.
I am here. And if you need me to ride and do some surveillance, I am there for you.
I'm your
But
girl.
please, anything criminal that I may go to jail, don't call me. Mm-mm. And if
Mm-mm.
you know me, if you really my friend, you know not to call me. Don't call me.
And that's for child, that's for husband, that's for friend. Like I can ride or die, but for so much. So maybe I'm not a true ride or die
Mm-mm.
because
Mm-mm.
okay, well Kim, let's think about it. Okay, just for a second. Like in the case of like a time to kill.
Okay, now see, okay, now time to kill. Now that's something different. Now
That's something different. Okay, you know what I'm
I got,
saying?
I got, I got to kill you. I have to kill you at that point. Like, and time to
And
kill.
as his wife, she got the support. That I'm ride or die with you because you serving up justice for our child. Okay, so maybe I could,
did
but if
did
he
you
would have
just see what
said,
they did to that little girl?
but
I got
Kim,
to kill you. I got
he
to kill
didn't
you.
say come with me. I don't know if I would have came with him. I would have drove him. I would have drove
Yeah,
him. I would.
yeah.
I couldn't pull the trigger, but I would have drove him
I
too.
would have drove him. I would have wiped down the guns. I would have. Um, I would have cut the body up. Whatever you need me to
Okay, I
do.
would. I'm not made for that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I
And
would.
see,
I would help you incinerate. Like I can dump you.
this and see that's the thing people don't get. Don't cut it up. Burn it. See, you
Burn.
got to
That's what I'm
burn
saying.
it.
Yeah.
You got to burn it.
You
See,
talking
that's
about
what
that's
people
the
don't
thing
be
people
getting.
don't get.
They cannot be cutting them up. You got to burn it.
I'm
Burn
talking about
it.
because it's gross. I can't be
There
chopping up
is
bodies.
it's nothing there. That
Mm-mm.
means no one can find nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And if you know somebody who is a mortician, you put them in that goddamn cremation machine, honey. That's what you need. That's the kind of heat you
Really,
need.
yeah. So yeah, I can if you serving up justice, God forbid, for family, for
Mhm,
child, for something
mhm,
like that.
mhm,
But that's what I'm saying. It'd have to be that god doggone
mhm.
extreme.
It
But
will.
you being my bestie and you
You
defend
drag
him, I
me.
don't know, it's not enough. In this case, I can't ride or die with you, but she does. Debbie it
Debbie, honey, you got your own problems to worry about.
You get to your own
You
part. I would
ain't
have been like, I'm
need.
just gonna go to the police and I'm just gonna ask them to help me. But okay, so we take the story for what it is. So
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna take it for what it is, because I see you got things you need to work out on your own, honey. And it ain't got nothing to do with no fighting, no killing, and no investigation. What
mm-mm,
it No, you need to worry about what you need to worry about. And
mhm.
it is not that.
This is not that. Yeah, that's
And
when I
Why you bringing me into that?
Why are you bringing me into this? It's a whole nother anyway, so I like the concept of ride or
Yeah,
die, but
yeah,
I thought about that. I was like, there are just limits to my ride or die, and I'm just
yeah.
going
It is.
I got stipulations. I got
And it's
stipulations.
growth, honey. It's growth,
It's
Charlotte. I don't care what nobody say. We have grown up, honey. Back in the day when you was in your teens and you was 20
yeah,
something years old, yeah, you could do foolishness. Listen here, we got degrees and
yeah.
certifications and things and children
Too
to
much to
take
lose.
care
Yeah,
of.
you
You got
like,
too
I
much to
can't.
lose. Anybody got time for that foolishness? Listen
Mhm.
here. I got too
Unless
much
you
to
live the
lose.
ride or die life, unless you've always
Exactly.
lived the ride.
Yeah. And I was not. I
I
was
was
not.
not, no. So
Mhm,
we are introduced to Judith, known as
mhm,
Whiptail,
mhm,
and it's a cold open where she assassinates somebody, right? So
mhm.
she's supposed to be calm and quiet about it, and she is not. So we are introduced to her character, her personality, that she does her own thing. And then she also sleeps with somebody. Again, we understand more of who Judith is. She is a new kind of woman.
She bought that
Um,
life. She bought that life
she
all
brought
day.
their life, and she is
Mhm.
the exact opposite, like you said, of her
Yeah.
friend
Mhm,
Debbie,
mhm,
who so Judith is her, like I said, her what is it? Her not her assassin name is Whiptail, but
mhm.
she tells people she's an accountant. She's a
Counter. Mhm. The most
uh,
boring they always pick the most boringest jobs to have
yeah,
as the cover. I
have
sell
it covered
paper,
it.
you know I sell paper, or I sell pencils or
Yeah,
whatever.
so I guess so nobody won't ask them about their work, but
I
she
sell
will.
office supplies. What you talking about?
And Debbie is the wife of a diplomat, I guess, right? So she is about collecting antiques and planning book club parties and
Boring,
whatnot. Yeah,
boring.
boring. She living the boring life and orchestrate
Yeah.
and orchestrating her husband's career. So we learned that she doesn't have a life of outside of whatever she does
Mhm,
for her husband.
mhm, mhm.
Now, where I thought this was interesting is that Judith um, has become a woker, a woman of a certain age, and she has been asked. She has been asked to retire. I'm like, dang, even assassins face discrimination, age
Listen
yeah,
here.
discrimination
Ageism, listen, you listen, you can't do this forever. Okay.
forever.
You can't do this forever. You know what I'm saying? And this part really kind of made me think of, you ever seen the movie Red with the old assassins that had Morgan Freeman in it?
Oh, I've heard it.
Oh gosh, what's the lady name? She was the lady assassin, killer. Well, all of them were,
Mhm.
it was this quirky bunch of assassins. And was it Bruce Willis was
I think
no,
Bruce Willis was in it. I
yeah.
feel like he
And
was
and
with that
and
lady.
all of them had to sit down. All of them had to sit down.
Uh-huh.
But even in the midst of their sitting down, they still had that thrive and need for that type of action.
To mix up.
And yeah, to get out there outside and
Mhm.
shoot them up, bang bang.
Mhm.
And so when that happened in the movie, I mean in the TV series, like you got to sit down. Like you can't do this. You got to sit down.
KB,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I do.
That's what
You
I do.
can't.
I
I
feel
mean,
fine. You ain't see me. You ain't see me just do what I
and how you gonna tell me
do. Mhm.
that I need to sit down somewhere?
Mhm. Yeah.
But you an
And
accountant.
and and that can happen, I guess, in any job, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which this is what universal feeling like. I feel that mindset of I'm too old for this, or I think I might be too old to apply for this or whatever. I've had that thought in looking in other careers, knowing that okay, they could find somebody straight out of college or whatever to
You
perhaps
thought that?
yeah, I have. Like I'm
Oh
almost
my gosh,
50.
Carla, you are young. What are you talking about?
But still, can well, you know that if I apply for certain like well, I guess because it's starting over in a new field, I guess, in a sense.
Mhm.
And so looking for media positions or media
Mhm.
opportunities, I know that they could perhaps like there could be people out of college, young, younger, who could be like, okay, so they might want somebody who may, if they want somebody, just like a man who wants a younger chick so they can
Oh, yeah.
manipulate. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
they may be like, okay, and those thoughts do have run, and
Yeah.
I've never had them before when I was younger. But I know that
Mhm.
as I'm getting older, I am running these thoughts that I never had before through my head, and
Mhm.
thinking about, okay, um, what opportunities. And it's just a mental block because
Mhm.
anybody
Mhm.
could offer me any opportunity at any age, but I have had that fear pop up of like, I am
No,
getting
no.
older, so does somebody want somebody with mine? Yes, somebody does, but the fear pops up.
Yeah, I hear you. Interesting. I would
Mhm.
never thought that. Um, Now for the
Mhm.
type of work that Whiptail does, yeah. Listen here, it's a very physical type of job. Look here,
It's
my knees
yeah.
hurt. I mean, I'm not as old as Whiptail. Well, I guess I'm supposed to be around the age of Whiptail in
Mhm.
this movie, but I'm in the series. But at the same time, it's a very physical job, and I know my knees hurt. And I have some back problems. It's a very physical job. And so maybe you might want to sit down
Maybe you
just
might
to see
wanna,
the
yeah.
physicalness of it all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's gonna come a time. It's gonna
Um,
come a time when you gonna have to say, "Okay."
Listen here, it's too many punches to the gut. I can't take too many more,
Yeah.
fights. You know what I'm saying?
So, while she's been told that she may need to think about
Mhm.
ending her career, Debbie's husband tells her that he wants to end their marriage. So she been put out the pasture as
And the fact that she is so invested in this relationship, in
his
this marriage,
career.
in his
Mhm.
career. And because she did not have anything of her own set aside or for herself, I felt bad for her.
Oh, and it's kind of like I guess Judith too, because we get to a point where Judith is like, I have nothing
Yeah,
else.
yeah,
So if you have
yeah,
nothing else, that means when something else falls through, then you're like, okay, well, I got
yeah,
nothing.
nothing. Yeah,
So I think you hang on to it with
that's
like
a good
a
point,
grip.
Charlotte. That's a good point that you
Is it?
made. Yeah, because I didn't think about it like that with her,
I just thought
with
about that
Judith.
too.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. They're both kind of in the same situation because they've wrapped up into two distinctively different things, of course.
Mhm.
But without that in their life, they don't have nothing else.
They don't have nothing. And then when you feel like you ain't got nothing, then that's when you get desperate. That's dangerous.
Yep, that is dangerous. You got that right, girl.
Because that's when you start doing illegal things. You start doing things beneath your worth. So, but they ain't got there yet. They in shock. Okay, it's a shock. It's a
Mhm,
shock of
mhm,
I've
mhm,
been asked in my marriage and I've been asked in my job. So they're both in shock as they find that out. And then later in the episode, they end up at the same event and because Debbie is not aware Judith is an assassin. She, like we said, she's still thinking at this time. She still thinks at this time she's just her friend who's an accountant. So they end up at the same event.
mhm,
Judith is there to assassinate, what is his name? Billy? Same name by the name Billy, I think. Anyway,
mhm,
she finds out that Debbie's husband has been killed along with a whole group of men in this hotel room. And then she finds Debbie and they proceed to leave whatever event they're in. And that's when the secret is revealed in episode one
mhm,
that Judith is an assassin. Her husband is up to Debbie's husband is up to something and she thinks he's dead at that time. Also, Judith learns that somebody's out to kill her.
mhm, mhm.
She
Now
finds
I can say pacing wise, episode one we got a good bit of stuff. Okay,
Mhm.
episode one the pacing did not it wasn't
It was
stagnant.
good. Yeah, uh-huh.
They got a good bit of information out in that first episode.
Yeah.
We know what's going on, and we
Mhm.
know where the story about to go.
Yeah.
Okay, and we know. that some of the characters may not have the best intentions,
Mm-hmm.
um, and maybe into some dubious deeds,
Right.
dubious deeds,
You're right.
right?
Yeah, the first
So
episode was like, okay, I'm in it. I'm with y'all. What's
yeah,
happening? Yeah,
hmm
here we go.
hmm
For
hmm
sure. Mm-hmm.
yeah. First
And
episode,
then,
good little jam pack.
okay, yeah, yeah. I think somebody else said the first two they thought were the strongest, and then
Mm.
it felt like it lost some steam
And
and
you
picks
know
back
what?
up again.
And you know what? Sometimes a lot of series start off real good, and because
Mm,
they draw you with that first two episodes now, and then they may wane towards the rest of the season. Some, and then you get some series that
got
wane,
off
that start
slow.
off slow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, and so I can say that this series did make me, I did wane a little bit, because I guess when I started, I had some kind of already preconceived notions that I thought it was a movie. So
You had to recover from that.
I would watch it and be done.
Yeah.
So now I know I got to invest more time into it. And then I felt like I had already seen this type of a show or
Before.
movie before.
Mhm.
So, and I think that kind of made my
It affected
feelings
it.
towards it. It
Mm.
affected it, but I'm going to let that go when we push forward.
Push for it. You gotta
Yeah,
push for it. You gotta push for it through.
okay, but I like it.
I
Episode one
do
was
like it.
good.
I can't say I don't think I've ever seen this combination before. A white woman, black woman.
Let's make a point of that. Okay.
Maybe that's why they did it, because they haven't had this combination before. They the same storyline, but not the maybe that's why I know
And and even to bring up age again, Charlotte,
age, yeah.
because they're older women in
Hmm.
this type of action buddy comedy, comedy action
They
film
don't
or
usually do.
series. You don't
No,
really see it. Now, older men usually
for
can pull it
sure.
off, but you don't see it for women, which
Mhm.
is a plus and a good thing. It's good to see
Yeah.
a woman of age, certain age, in this type of role,
Hmm.
action comedy flick,
Yeah,
you
because we
know.
want them. We want women of a certain age to be working too.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
And and I love Jennifer Lewis. I love her, but when she does those high kicks and all kinds of stuff, I'm like, girl, honey,
Mhm.
I love that for you. You need to
Still
be
got
kicking
it.
somebody.
Yeah,
Listen, you need to be kicking somebody in the head or something.
because it
But
gives me inspiration. Like no excuses. Like you can do it. If she can do it, like look forward to doing that as well. That's what I like to see. That's what
listen,
I
I
do.
will forever hold on to the memory, because
Mhm.
I took karate in college.
Oh, did you?
And when I did that roundhouse kick, girl,
He was like,
and I ran my whole body. I went did a whole 360 on one leg
oh
and kicked
wow.
my leg up, Charlotte.
You could tell you not.
Don't ask me to do it now, but I'm telling you, I did it.
I could never get up a high off the ground. That was always my issue. That's why I could never do cheer because I couldn't get no more than 2 feet off the ground. I swear. When you get those Russian toe touches and things, those things just my body. It's just like gravity is like, no, we're not letting you get that high.
Listen here, listen. I didn't say I was off the ground. I may have been off the ground,
But
but
you,
Charlotte, when I tell you, when all of this goodness here, when that momentum started spinning, girl,
you was like,
it didn't have no choice but to get up there.
you said, oh, you going today?
Charlotte,
We spending the day.
Charlotte, it was a can't stop. Once it got to going, it couldn't stop, girl.
I know that's right. We spending the day, god dog. You better come on here. I know that's right.
Charlotte, it couldn't stop. Once you get all of this goodness here, and
Hmm.
that momentum gets to rolling, honey.
Hmm.
It was no stopping
Let's
it,
just
honey.
do that there.
'Cause if you was gonna stop it, you was gonna get hurt. You was gonna get hurt.
You was gonna carry you silly. Okay. Whew.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay.
All right, so episode 2,
Mhm.
flashback to how they met. And she picked her up on off the side of the road. which was, I guess, nice for her as an assassin.
Mm-mm, not enough 2026, girl. Mm-mm.
She picks her up, but she said they've known each other for like some time. It's been
Mhm.
a minute.
Mhm.
And so they meet that way and they hit it right off and they become friends. And Debbie is none the wiser as to what Judith does
Right.
for a job. Um, but back to the present, we find that the agency is looking for Judith because one, she didn't carry out her mission, and then um, two, she and Debbie well, Debbie's looking for her husband. She thinks he's dead.
Mhm.
So they go back to her house. She's locked in there. Debbie's secret house. She finds her way out, and and she goes back to her house. And I guess I'm just of the mindset that if someone just attempted to kill my husband, I don't know if he's dead. I don't know. He's just missing, and I'm not going back home, Kim. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna I don't know, but I'm not going back home. And then she went back
Mhm.
home and she took a shower. I mean, she changed and everything, just like do 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 do. Like there was some like holes. Like your husband, you were told your husband died. No call to the children. She went. I don't know. There was just some stuff kind of out of order on this scene.
Hey, I've seen enough movies to know. One thing you don't do, you don't go back home.
You don't go back
Right? You
home.
don't go back home. And so yeah, so that was something that definitely pulled you out because it's like,
Why are you going back home? And why include the storyline of children if you're not going to ever call them to tell them something serious like their daddy died? I don't know. And then when she does it later, it was just odd. It was just an odd moment of when she
yeah.
decided
And
to do it. I don't know.
so like if the love and involvement that she had for her husband, I thought was interesting that um it didn't give loss. It didn't give well maybe she was already disconnected from the fact that he wanted to
Right.
have like
Mhm.
get a divorce, and maybe she was already kind of disconnecting, but it just didn't give love and
Mhm.
my husband just died.
No, it didn't.
It didn't give that, and
Mhm.
so that made me kind of, I don't, I'm still watching, so I don't know. She got the side eye a little bit because that scene sequence did pull you out a little bit, and I'm like,
Um, I forgot to mention that in episode one, what is it? Judith goes to go visit that special shop where she meets the lady, I forget her name, and her daughter Queenie. And this Queenie, because I like Queenie's character, she starts to play a nice little part in the story. But
mhm,
after in episode two, after Judith is hurt at that little whatever that happens at that event,
mhm,
she goes to get patched up and she says the lady, I forget, Queenie's mother, I guess, is trying to convince her because she tells her they want her to retire. She was like, maybe you should retire. What's wrong with that? Like,
mhm,
but this is her wound, right? This is because anybody else, like, I
mhm,
don't see nothing wrong with her. You probably got to know, just sit down somewhere and chill. But she says, it's all I have, it's all I am. And so that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is really
yeah,
something that she really has to hold on to. Um, so we see that Debbie's she wants to move on her own for some reason. And this is another part of the story I thought was really weird. I don't know if it was believable, but okay. Debbie goes to go meet the Albanians on her own, and she just goes to sit down and have a little nice conversation with these people who just kill people at the drop of a hat. Like, girl, what did you think you was walking up into? Kim, there's no way you could have convinced me to do that. There's no way in this world you could have convinced me to do that. But there she is.
mhm. Because she has helped her husband, who's a diplomat, so she is, by extension of him, also a diplomat, and so she can be diplomatic,
I
talking
guess
to the
so.
Albanian mob.
Maybe she thinks she got
So
skills like that.
yeah,
But anyway,
Yeah.
well, she finds out that he owes them 24 million pounds. And then that's when she tries to leave. She's like, okay, excuse me, I think I exit here. They're like, no, ma'am, no,
Yeah.
ma'am, no, ma'am. Debbie comes
I
in.
don't owe you nothing.
Oh, you need to go
See,
talk to him.
this is where see I made the wrong move here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, I didn't mean to sit down here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because I know we forgot. She found when she went back home before because we didn't say that when she went back home, she does eventually get shot at, as we thought she would. But she finds a piece of paper and a phone or whatever, which leads her to these Albanian
Yeah.
mobsters.
The clues start popping up
Clues,
then. Mhm.
clues led her here, which of course I would have turned all that over to the police. But okay,
Exactly.
she does.
Because your husband has been murdered, killed, you don't really know. You getting shot at. You find this creepy phone. You find the phone. You find the note, and now you want to set up a meeting. Like, who are you?
Who
Are
are
you
you?
MacGyver? Are you MacGyver? Who are you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, anyway, she goes to meet with them, and then after they about kidnap her, Judith comes in to save her, and she hesitates going away with Judith, and I literally was like, "What the fuck? I don't understand." Girl, thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. I know you lie, but hey, girl, I see you good at your job.
And listen here. First of all, friend, I can't do all this wishy washy. Okay, is you gonna help me with this process, or what is you gonna do, friend?
Mhm. Yeah, because she is, I guess, reasonably understandable, upset at the fact that the friend has lied to her all of these years.
Mm-mm,
But given the fact that you are an assassin, I can't understand that why you lie. Like you don't want to put me in danger, but still, you know what I'm
mhm,
saying? So she's still kind of carrying this grudge as they go visit the shop lady.
mm,
She picks up new clothes, new passport, and they end this episode with um going off to find the guy who, what is it, Billy, the guy who
mhm.
has something to do with her husband being killed, or so she thought. um Sam, who is Judith's co-worker, is set up and hacked. And Debbie asked Judith to stop killing. Like, stop your job, girl. She like,
So
okay,
this is where the friendship is becoming very problematic for me.
yeah.
Because number one, okay, well, for me, if I was Judith, it would have been that would have been the point where I'm like, okay, so you go head on,
Mm-hmm.
and you figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go head on and do what you think you need to do,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not doing this with you.
Mm-mm. I'm
Um,
risking my life.
I'm about this life. I know what this is. I know what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanna, if you, I cannot kill. I have to kill. That's my job.
That's
That's
my
what I
job.
do. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah, Kim.
yeah, yeah.
Because she could have said, it could have been a realistic thing when she was like, okay, I'm going to go to the police. I'm going to turn in all of this stuff. And then maybe the police are crooked or something. That might have would have been
Mhm,
believable. And then she would have had to go back to her friend to ask for help. But to
mhm,
just all jump in to this Albanian mob world, maybe she just built up different things they just haven't disclosed to us yet. Because all I've seen her do, like the riskiest thing I've seen her do is to switch those things on those auction pieces and
mhm,
tear up that book to make people think that she read it at the
mhm.
book club. That's like the riskiest thing I've seen her do. So this is interesting that she is now this person.
And you don't know nothing about this life,
Yeah, you
but
don't know nothing
you
about this life, but you stepping into it. But
you dibble,
okay.
yeah, you dibbling and dabbling in it, as you know, and um yeah, yeah, that pulled me out a little bit.
Put me out
A
again,
lot.
right? Okay. Okay, so but we're still watching. So we go to episode 3 where we flash back where Debbie meets Rob and we see how they come David. Sorry, I don't know why I'm
Mhm.
wrong. How they come together. And then we go back to the present and Debbie and Judy oh, they blow a tire on the side of the road because they're driving.
Mhm.
I guess this is some comic relief, right? She beats up that poor man who comes to try to save them because they think they she's like, sorry, sir.
Mhm.
Um, and they get on the train from there.
Mhm.
They and then meanwhile, Sam and Queenie are meeting up and their kind of like investigative backstory starts. And I like this backstory for some reason. I don't know why
Mhm.
it's doing, but it's interesting. I don't know why, but I like this side quest. They get on the train, they run into some issues. They have to jump off the train. Again, another thing I don't know I'm willing to do. But
Listen
again,
here.
if my life is at risk, perhaps
Listen
I
here,
will jump off the
Charlotte.
train.
But listen, okay, okay. The way my body is set up, okay. See, okay. I always ask myself in these situations, like if a dog starts to chase me, do I really have it in me to give good chase? Do I have it in me to give a real good run? To
Okay.
jump on top of something
Yeah. That I
or
would
to
be I'm
get
looking for something to jump on top of or crawl up. Yeah.
to a safe place.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
And if I'm honest, Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
the question in my head is yes, I can. But
Mm-hmm.
the way my body is set up, I think I will be mauled
I think I yeah, I
because I don't know if I can physically jump from a car
mm-hmm.
or a step, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
and not break my leg.
And be moving, and it's moving at high speed. Think about if your porch or your step was moving
Like
at
my
high speed.
whole legs from the kneecaps will literally walk away from my body and said, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this no more. Like
Mhm.
you can have this because this is not what we signed up for. We signed up for walking to and fro. We
Yeah.
didn't sign up for no jumping. I'm not stable enough for that. Me now.
Kim, would
Me.
you jump out of a plane?
Hell no.
Okay, so I think we're not daredevil people because I wouldn't do that either. There are things that certain people will do that they are made for. Like there's a part in this episode where Queenie, remember they go to the hotel and they looking for the body, and she was like,
Mhm.
"Okay," she jumps down there and shoot. See you on the other side. Ain't no way I'm jumping down that damn chute.
Charlotte.
I'm going to meet you
Number
down there on
one,
the other side too.
Charlotte, okay. Let me tell you how I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
Number one, I have a plant that's in a pot by my door on my porch.
Mhm.
I'm scared to move the plant
Mhm.
from to get the leaves out because I
Mhm.
think a lizard is behind the plant, right? So you're gonna tell me I'm gonna jump down a chute to the
Don't
bottom
know where I'm
where I
going.
don't know where there's critters
Mm-mm.
or things down there that can attack me or get me, and then you want me to jump down a chute, and I could possibly break all my legs?
Mhm.
No, not
No,
doing it.
I'm not doing it. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing
Somebody
that.
else do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not built for that life. I think
Mm-mm.
about too, like that movie. What is it? Where they have like four factions or something like that. Is
Mhm.
it Hunger Games or something like that, or whatever it is? And
Okay.
there's like the artist group and the protector group. Maybe it's not Hunger Games. Maybe it's
I don't know. I don't remember Hunger Games. I didn't watch it.
she. If I'm correct, there's like a protect. You either protect or you're
Mhm.
like the artist or you do something. And when I saw that, I was like, which part would I be in? There's no way I'd be in the protector group. I'm not doing that group. Cause she was part of that. So she had to train and I'm like, no, send me to the artist camp. Send me to the artist group.
Y'all got teaching camp? Send me over there.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5, like, there were only like 4, I think, main groups, and I'm sure there were like subdivisions in it, but it was like
Mm.
protect, art, maybe like technology, it was like whatever you could contribute to the society. And I was like, yeah, I'm not built for that group.
And I'm not. And I'm not. And I don't feel no ways about it.
Hmm.
Because it is what it is. And so, but it was wonderful to see these women of a certain age
Do
um,
it
do it. But I wouldn't be
or
one.
appear to
And
do it.
I mean, this is my thing. This would be the point where I say, yeah, I can't go no further.
I
Like,
mean, she did make a good point. She was like, they're waiting for us at the train. I think I might have would have jumped. You would have told me that I was going to die at the train, and maybe I would have thought about it really hard. Maybe I would have thought about something else. I
Or
don't
you
know,
would
but
have found me someplace to hide. I think I could have. In my mind, I would have tried to find me someplace to hide.
on that train, right?
Where can I hide on this train that nobody
I
won't
got a
get?
couple of hours to figure it out. Yeah, I got.
Where can I hide? It has to be some good spots on the train where nobody would think to go. Like this electrical cabinet. Do you think people will actually go to the electrical cabinet? Maybe not.
I can.
So that probably would be where I would be.
You're
But
right.
jumping off things and speed hasting running and all those kind of things, I can't give that to you.
I can't get at you either. No,
Let me go ahead and make my peace with whoever I got to make my peace with the Lord because I can't.
I can't. Mm-mm. So before they get on the train, I forgot, they realize that David's body is
Okay,
missing.
listen.
Judith tells Sam to get on it. So that's why Queenie and
Mhm.
Sam are together because they're looking for this body. But at some point in time, after they jump off of this train, they have, which I thought was like, this is an interesting conversation where she um, Judah tells Debbie she's been pretending too, because Debbie's in her shit. Like you pretended, you lying to me about your life. You've been playing this game because she got upset that she was pretending with her, whatever. And then Debbie, Judah was like, "Yeah, but you pretended too, boo. You pretended like you happy."
Like it. Don't be trying to sun me. No. No. We all pretending up in here.
I was
No.
like, "Ooh, good point," because you could be
Yeah.
living a crazy life, but there are those living that traditional or that regular life, and they're going out and they're pretending like in front of folks that everything is fine. Behind closed doors, it is a whole new world. I have lived that life, so I know where you be like, okay, I'm not pretending no more. This is a wrap. But
Listen
yeah,
here.
pretending.
Pretending.
Hmm.
Pretending. Mm-hmm.
And it
Yeah.
does not serve you well, no matter if you.
No.
It is
No.
both a lie. It is lying. Both ways is lying. In both
And
ways.
and if you want to come on me, then let's put it all on the table. Put it on the table. And let's
If
let's
you
let's keep it
friends,
real.
if you
We
friends, you should be able to. Yeah. So, and she's kind of shocked at that. Like she never
yeah.
considered the
I
fact that she
hear
was
you.
pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you happy with your husband when you know you were happy with that dude. So he was actually blessing you with, offering you or talking about a divorce. Um, So they hitch a ride in the back of a truck, and that's when, after they do that, Debbie uses a payphone to call the children. And this is when she decides, now they done traveled all this time on the train. She could have called them. She could have said, well, now we on this train. Let me call them. I don't know. But now she decides to call the kids, let them know that the father is dead. And she realizes that he is not dead, which is a nice little ending because we thought he was dead. We knew the body was missing, but I didn't know he wasn't dead.
See, and see, and that's the thing. Cause I knew he wasn't dead. Oh, raggedy.
You know
I
he wasn't
knew.
dead? He looked pretty dead to me when they was laid out there on that floor.
Mm-mm,
I thought he was dead. Killed.
mm-mm, mm-mm. He's like, give me some of that.
I need more blood. I need
Yeah.
more.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
It was too clean.
Yeah, you're
And
right. Now that I think
then,
about it, he was just, yeah.
yeah, it was too clean. And then for the Albanian people, the mob, to come back and say, okay, he owes us 24 million pounds.
Hmm.
There you go. Yeah, I'd be dead too. I'm
Cause how
dead.
you gonna get it from me if I'm dead? You're right. How you gonna get it from me if I'm dead? Right? You don't know
All
you
part
heard
of
you.
the play, because he's an old scoundrel.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't dead. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they got me. I thought he
Mm-hmm.
was. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so episode 4 is where we're gonna end this episode. I mean, this podcast. But so
Yeah.
we episode 4 starts with a flashback, and it's interesting because we see how Judith is kind of like has been manipulated as a child, and now even at 50, she's still carrying this director's kind of. He tells her nobody in my program is ever returned. And that's something to say to a child that's sitting there in an orphanage or foster care. You know, they gonna be loyal as hell to your ass. And be like, you got something. And he's telling her, you got something special. Things that people have never told her, or I'm sure, or never really met. And this man comes in and offers you a place and telling you you special, and then
Mhm.
nobody's ever returned. I guess this makes me feel sorry for Judith in that we understand like her origin of
But
why she has nobody.
in every um like assassin type movie, those types of movies, when they've grown up in this type of life and stuff, that's how they do. They
Yeah,
groom them
yeah. Being evil.
from childhood,
Mhm,
from moments of loss, like being an
mhm,
orphan, or something tragic happened in their family, or something happened, and then they get pulled into this life,
mhm,
and it becomes, oh, you have this special talent and you can
mhm.
do this and you can do that. Every one of their origin story, well, most of them, the
That's
assassins
true.
start like that.
It
Start
does,
like
yeah.
her. Yeah, start just like that. And then you see the grooming, you see the manipulation, you see the um and that kind of I think they do that to let you see how they were. um
Broken down.
yeah,
Built
that
back
that
up.
part. Yeah, that part.
And then you got to think if you got parents, who gonna let you get swooped up into some type of program where you gonna be an assassin? You would have to find somebody who's left with no one to care
No
for.
one, no one that cares for them, because I mean, you come over to your grandma's house, and your grandma's like, well, what you did this summer? Oh, I'm working to be an assassin. And
Yeah.
they beat my knuckles, and they make me do these really really hard trainings, and I don't get a lot of sleep, and I'm doing.
Yeah.
You can't have
Someone gonna
nobody
be
like
like, get
that.
that baby out of that
Yeah, no. I'm calling the police.
book. Yeah.
Calling the
That
police.
that storyline work. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It has to be like that.
Yeah.
That's a
What
good
you
point. I never
doing to my
thought about
baby
that.
grandbaby over there? Mm-mm.
All right, so back to the present, we see the director is telling Judith, you gotta, Debbie, no, Judith, you gotta make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Either you choose the program and you choose this, or you choose your friend, which is hard, right? First, because she loves her friend and then she ain't got nobody else. Judith feels like she has a hard decision to make. So at first
Mm-hmm.
it was whether or not she was going to listen, I think, to Debbie and not kill
Yeah.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now the director is saying you got to choose between her and this job, which I guess is still kind of the same. No, because she could
Mm-hmm.
have said, "I'd still be your friend if you're an assassin." I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, they don't have any money. They end up at this hostel. This was a kind of funny moment where they,
Why
oh,
would anyone go to a hostel? I don't know why anybody would go to stay at a hostel. Oh my
desperation,
God.
they ain't got no money. Only young people can. Only young people do hostels, I guess. I don't know. And they wake up and they help her find Billy, which I thought was kind of funny. And then they go off and make a plan to meet Billy at the club that night. Meanwhile, we add some more people to the story with the
Mhm.
police on the, with the police on the trail. I did not think that was gonna happen when the police came on. I was like, oh, why are we okay, we're gonna add more. And then they got a whole nother storyline going on with
Mhm.
talking about somebody being faithful. I don't know. Judith explains to Debbie about her training, and Debbie Pim, makes it clear to her that he was doing what he's not your boss. He was acting like a parent, which kind of opens her eyes to
Mhm,
like maybe he wasn't acting in my best interest, and maybe he was doing something for his interest.
mhm.
Um, and then at the what I'm saying, they get and they meet the drug dealer because they go to the bar. They're waiting on Billy. They find out that he's not there. They interact with these other people, and she ends up doing cocaine. I thought that was like, what do we do?
And I will go back to previous assassin films. So the assassin at some point always their character arc is always when they make the realization that their blinders are slowly starting to come off,
Uh-huh.
and they're realizing that the family or the people, the company, the director, whoever was
It's
that
devil.
was their safe space
Mm-hmm.
was really all along manipulating them,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're realizing like, oh man, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you know, I can't believe they would do, that that's something that happens per consistently in these types of movies. Like someone brings them to the realization that,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is true.
you know
Yeah, you're
what,
right. Mm-hmm.
them people ain't
Um,
they did right by you now. They didn't do
yeah.
right by you. And always, also to do a little drugs, why not if you
Mhm.
50 years old? Let's do a little coke. Hmm.
Because I don't like things in my nose, so that would have been out. That would another thing that have been like, I can't do that, so I guess you're gonna just gonna have to consider me a cop. You
Listen
want
here.
to do it? Because
This
I ain't doing it.
I can't do it.
Yeah. I want.
Mhm. I can't do it. So
No.
whatever things that I need to make up with myself and with the Lord, then let me go ahead and undo it because I
Cocaine,
can't
crack.
smoke no
Nah, I
cocaine.
can.
Mhm.
I draw the
And
line. I gotta draw the line.
no, I can't smoke no crack. I can't do no bump with you just to prove that I'm not a cop. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
So
Mm-mm.
yeah, but she does it, and um anyway, so Billy comes to the club. Um, they have this moment, which I thought was the fun. This was probably by far, I think, the funniest moment when she gets involved with cutting off the lights, and she goes in there, she fights, and she beats all the guys, and she comes out, and after because she had explained to her how she was trained, and she was like, "I was trained to use the environment," and then she comes out, and Billy on the floor, and she was like, "What happened?" And Octavia was like, "I used the environment." I was like, "Now that was funny." That was good. That was on time. I can believe that. That was believable that she
Mhm,
do be
mhm,
at this. She used the
mhm.
fire extinguisher or whatever, and it was. But anyway, so I like that little scene. Um, Meanwhile, Queenie and Sam have broken into the director's office to go through files. They get what they need to find out about the Anna lady and her mother. Um, and then we end this episode with both of them, I think, trying something new. Judith doesn't kill Billy, and Debbie sleeps with the guy at the hostel.
A hostel. It doesn't even sound inviting. It don't sound clean. Any hostel I've ever
I was
seen
like, yeah.
in films never look clean, never look sanitary, never look.
To get in that shower with that man you don't know. Ugh, that's what I thought too. Like, don't know that shower man. Like, ah. But anyway, I'm not focused. I'm not focused on the story.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
um, they find out the truth that the husband had stolen the $24 million in connection to the green energy transport bill that she was putting together. And that's how we end episode 4 as they go off, Billy and Debbie and Judith, to figure out a way to get the money back to the Albanians. And then we also know other stuff is going on with the husband who is not dead, the children who probably will never see, never don't know about their daddy. But I'm interested to see how it ends. The women themselves, though, look really well, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like the like you said, the older age, doing all of these things, being daredevilish, but just elements of the story sometimes don't make sense. So, like you said, it takes me out.
Takes you out. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I think like I said, same thing with you. I like to see that. I like to see the women of a certain age doing the action, doing it. They look good. It looks good. Production looks good.
Mhm.
In the film, I thought Octavia looks good in her. She had on a saw a little bit something with a white suit. She looked good in that white suit.
Mhm. And at the end, that little black leather getup they had on, I thought
Mhm,
that was cute.
mhm. Yeah, so I mean, hey, I like it. I mean, I'm going to stay the course. We'll see how it progresses. I mean, I'm still kind of in that. I've seen it before, so I you can kind of see some of the stuff that's going to happen. But I'm willing to watch it. I'm willing to see it through.
Mhm.
I'm willing to give the support. It's good to see
Yeah,
production
Imma
looking
support it. I
good.
definitely, yeah, because you wanna see women
Yeah.
of our age or close to our age working, and then women of color. So
Oh, of course, of course.
okay, this is, yeah, I ain't turning my back on it now because I
No,
don't watch way worse foolishness. I don't watch some foolishness, and this ain't no foolishness. It's just like
no,
you said, it's maybe not as um inventive, maybe
yeah.
not as a new take on
Original, yeah.
original.
It's
But
not
then again, like we said, it is new in the sense that
yeah,
these two together, this dynamic together has never been done.
right, right, right. So, I mean, I think if I was to choose someone, what was she thinking? I mean, it would have to be Debbie. I have so many questions. Because you kind of she kind of ticked me off a little bit. In the story,
Mhm,
what kind of mother are you?
mhm.
Yeah, my thing is, also, I kind of feel like she knew her husband wasn't on the straight and
Right.
narrow.
Uh-huh.
I feel like she knew something wasn't right.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's gonna be revealed, but I just kind of feel because the way that she reacts to certain things, I'm just like, I don't feel it.
Yeah, all right. Or either she underreacting.
Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
feel it. I don't feel it. I'm not getting it. But okay, so then that makes me think that you ain't as devoted or um, and it could be, and it could still be, the hurt. The hurt
Mhm.
is is coming out. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's who I would choose as a Debbie girl to
Okay,
watch
well
TV.
then I'll choose Judith at this point because I am wondering what is she thinking as as she lets go of what she used to know, and
Mm,
because I'm in that stage now of like letting
mhm,
go of what I'm familiar with and
mhm.
embracing well the unknown because I don't know
Yeah,
what's coming, but it's something new.
right, right,
But it
right.
is hard to let go of what is comfortable and what is familiar because you know what it looks like, smells like, tastes, touch, or whatever. So I'm interested in what's going through her head because she's also, because that is life, right? You also dealing with life while you try to figure your shit out. So it's like,
Hmm. And
Lord,
there's
can I
a
get
level,
a timeout?
yeah, and there's a right. Can I get a timeout? Because there's a
Mhm.
level of comfort. There's a level of security in the normal, right?
It is.
When you step out into a new, you don't know what you're stepping into, and you
Mm-mm.
don't know what's coming, what's going, how it's going to because you get into a routine, you get into a process when
Mhm.
you're in the normal.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a level of fear in that, and for sure, and for her, because she's coming to multiple realizations, right? So she's coming
Mm-hmm.
to a realization of, okay, I may not be doing this much longer. And then the realization of how they brought me in may not have been the best.
Yeah.
What I thought they felt for me may not be what they was feeling.
Mm-hmm. Which
Could
is a
have been.
double whammy because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's something about feeling like, oh, I've been walking around like the fool. I
Hmm.
don't know why that thing hit like that, but it hits
Hmm.
like
Hmm. That part. That part.
you knew all along, and I was do 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 do. That thing hit you to the core, like, oh
Mm-mm.
man. So
Mhm.
it's like you're dealing with that too.
Mhm.
I guess
Mhm.
Debbie is dealing with it as well, but I feel
Mhm.
like her bounce back is more like, oh, you could go into politics. Oh, she could
Mhm.
consult. Like there's
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
um, and maybe she could do something completely different too that would
Mhm.
cause a complete reinvention of herself.
Right.
But we
Right.
don't know anything else about Judith that she would have to completely reinvent
Mhm.
herself.
Mhm.
And unless
Mhm.
she becoming a trash assassin trainee coach. Oh,
Mhm.
she could do that. Cause what's her name want to get in the game? I don't know. Cause it seems like you got to have a whole setup. You got to have
Yeah, and then you'll be doing what some you'll be continuing the trauma because you'll
yeah,
be doing the same thing that was done to you to somebody else. Because
true that.
listen, they don't divert from the training. They don't divert from the plan. The
Mhm.
training process is the training process, and
Yeah.
it is not for the weak. So my thing is, you'll be repeating the same trauma to
Mhm.
somebody else. So I don't know. I don't
We'll see
know.
what she come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Well, we'll say it's a good try. We a good try at it. You know what I'm saying? We might not, it might
Yeah,
not be something we watch over and over again, but we gonna
yeah.
finish it. We gonna
Oh
finish
yeah, of
it.
course we are. We are for sure.
Mhm.
We sure. Okay.
All right, Kim, take us out.
All right. So if this TV series made you uncomfortable, inspired, or reflective, that's the point. Because growth usually starts with discomfort, and we know nothing changes unless the mind does. And that is not always easy, y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all.
So
Okay, now
tell
that was
us.
a word. That
Right.
listen, that was a word. Let me say it one more time. And we know nothing changes unless the mind does. And that is not always easy.
Not always
That's a
easy.
word, y'all. That's a word.
So tell us, what was she thinking and what did you think watching this? Did you see yourself, your aunties, anyone else? And just like these characters, what mindset shifts are you making to have better relationships in your life, in your career, that you want? Change your mind, change your beliefs, change your life is something that we believe. We love you and we believe the best is out there waiting for you. See you next time. Please rate, subscribe, and share your comments on all the platforms. We want you to join this conversation and this mindset shift we believe is happening and that we all want to be a part of. Thank you again, Kimber, for joining the conversation. Have a good
Thank you for
day.
having me. Bye. Have a great, great
Bye.
day.